Here, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Was Trained by Hidan, Part 8. I don't think I'm gonna end this What If on Part 8, maybe Part 9, but it was a call. I have a very good idea to kind of end it on, but I don't know how long I'm gonna record this part, since I am going to also record What If Naruto was a reincarnation of Rengoku and Akaza, for what's it called, part 3, but yeah. I also got to do a recap for that one, but yeah, don't worry about that. Also, um, I'm also gonna do part 4 of What If Naruto has Sunshine probably tomorrow, but yeah. Or probably tomorrow I'm going to go trick or treat with my siblings because, well, we never actually ever went trick or treating. Like my childhood never had anything about trick or treating. I was too damn afraid. I never had the fucking gun out here. Which I should probably go buy a revolver real fast. Not the point. No. Just kidding. I'm not gonna like pull out the gun on someone who's actually trying to be a clown because okay. I never actually told this, but my favorite fucking nightmare, or not favorite nightmare, my worst nightmare is if you're a fucking clown, get ready to get shot by me because I do not like you. I just don't like clowns that much. It's not because they look scary. It's just they look creepy as fuck to me. I don't know. I know a lot of people are afraid of different things. Clowns is one thing and the spider's another thing. Because if I see a spider, I'm running out and going to get the flamethrower. But yeah. But at that point, let me go into the what if before I go random on blah 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 on anymore. And let me begin into the what if, okay? So we go into Naruto. Right now, we go into the Mist Village, and of course, with his older brother, Sylvan, and what's it called, his uncle, Hidan. But yeah. Of course, Hidan is kind of sad that Naruto sees him as an uncle now instead of a brother because his older brother right here is right next to him. Hidan sees Sylvan. Well, Lord Sylvan, that's what he calls him most of the time, but yeah. Now, of course, we weren't Naruto. He's right now just skipping. And of course, we see, well, what's it called? Someone seeing, well, Naruto from a far distance. And that is none other than Joshin from another world. Yes, he's seeing Naruto and seeing how Naruto kind of grew stronger. Now, of course, Naruto, I should mention that Naruto's clothes are like still black, but they're actually having like a tealish blue on it. But yeah, thanks to his like mother, like adopted mother, she did kind of like sew up some clothes for him, and also did kind of get like some people to actually like make clothes for him. But yeah, the original clothes that Naruto had were just some plain black clothes. But yeah. Of course, now he just kind of has a tealish blue, but yeah. Well, kind of tealish blue. It actually kind of mix of different kind of lightning colors. Like either blue, red, white, black, or any type, but yeah. Naruto doesn't mind the different lightning patterns in his like body. Of course, then there is the dark. Well, it's mostly called negative lightning for what I'm talking about. Negative lightning is this one in the background, but yeah. The one he kind of used to kind of fight against a third rank devil who was actually supposed to be like the spine of, well, Lucifer's kind of like army and all that. Of course, he got one shot after Naruto going berserk and going into madness, but yeah. The only reason why Naruto went into madness, even though he fused with his actual true self, was because his true self had to be the one taking control. And his true self is full of madness, rage, sadness, despair, and a lot of things. So of course he had to take over Naruto for the meanwhile because Naruto did hug him and did fuse with him fully. It's just Naruto was too tired to actually do anything, and of course Madness had to take over. Of course, after a while, Naruto did meet up with Madness again with his true self, and just decided to train on with him with his true self. So he can only use negative lightning of this power for only 15%. Yeah, still, he needs to kind of grow up to be like 18 or something, or just kind of grow up on his body because even though he is tall for a kid who's only 12, problem is that Naruto just has to age up and kind of become bigger and other things so he can actually gain more like negative lightning. But yeah, of course, this is where, well, other than that, we're going to Naruto. Naruto is just skipping. You know how like Gojo skips to the like flower thing, like, yeah, Naruto's doing that. of course, they get to the Mist Village, and of course, well, not the Mist Village itself, mostly like the Mist Country, and of course, they're going on boat, and of course, they're all disguised in hoods, and because they don't know, well, Hidan hasn't actually went through the Mist Village after a while. Most of all, what's it called? Joshiness hasn't actually went into the Joshin code into Mist Village because they don't want to deal with Yagura's bullshit. So yeah, most of them hasn't went there. But yeah, and like Hidan is special because he's immortal. He's someone that actually manages to sacrifice a lot of things. So he's immortal. He doesn't really care where he goes most of the time. But yeah. Of course, then there's the other Joshinists that aren't that immortal, like Joshin, but, Hidan mostly, but yeah. But of course, Hidan, Sylvan, and Naruto are going through, what's it called, the kind of Mist Village. Well, Mist Place, mostly. They're kind of in the Mist Place, okay? Not village itself, but yeah. They're, of course, on islands, and of course, going through. And of course, Naruto is kind of like looking around as to where, Hidan and Silver went to just kind of go get some food real fast. Because, yeah, this is where Naruto is right now on this kind of island. Not on the village of, like, the actual Mist Village and all that. It's mostly a town and all that, an island. Naruto's looking around, and this is where, Naruto is kind of hearing, like, some people throwing rocks and something, saying, "Get out of here, you monster, you demon," whatever. They're like throwing rocks at this girl who kind of have like these bandages, and of course, this is where she has one of her bandages, or like these white kind of bandages all around her body and all that, covering up things and also covering one of her eyes. She has this girl had purple hair, and of course, this is where she had black eyes. Her eye pupils were kind of just black and all that. And of course, it's like children and what's called adults throwing rocks at this kid and all that. She seems to be similar age towards Naruto, and of course, she's just walking away until a big rock was about to hit her in the head and all that. But this is where before she's even hit by a big rock, a big rock, like this kind of like, it's like a stone pebble and all that. It's like big and all that. It's like the size of like an adult head mostly, but yeah, it was about to hit Izuribi, or yeah, this girl's name is Izuribi and all that, but something sliced through it. But yeah, Naruto's right now standing in front of Izuribi, behind all that, right now holding a bluish sword, like this like long bluish sword. This is the sword that he kind of like created thanks to his like negative lightning. He created, thanks to his negative lightning, he was able to create it from that one sword of that third ranker, but yeah, of the devil and all that. And of course, he cuts that like stone down pretty easily, and of course, cut it into a million pieces. Now, of course, where Naruto looks at all these people, and all those people says, "Hey, why are you blocking us from killing her? She's a demon, she's a monster, why would you protect someone like that?" Naruto said in a cold voice, saying, "Oh, you see her nothing but a monster. Then let me show you me." Naruto's eyes right now goes into a slick white color. A slick, his like pupil and all that, it becomes slick white. Of course, this is where, it becomes like a cross white instead. Let me show you what it is. It becomes like this. It becomes like a cross white and all that. And of course, around it's like negative lighting, and then behind his eyes just black. But yeah. Of course, that happens, and of course, this is where, one of his eyes are showing. Of course, we're confused in what kind of eye is that. And this is where Naruto's sword right now crackles with this negative lightning. And this is where Naruto disappears and reappears right now in front of, Izuribi. This is where, behind Izuribi, when she kind of like turns around and was confused because she heard some noise, like someone talking behind her. But of course, when she turns around, she sees all those like siblings dead, even the children. That's where, Naruto was right now in front of her, and she wasn't looking at Naruto because she turned around. That's where she was confused. One of her eyes just widened to say she's horrified now. That's where, Naruto says, "What are you looking at?" This is where, Izuribi turns around and sees Naruto. This is where, Naruto's eyes just goes back to normal, into just being like a, blackish color. And of course, this is where, Naruto's smiling with this evilish grin. This is where, Izuribi was right now confused and scared. Now, of course, she is kind of 13 well, the same age as Naruto, 13. That's why, well, she is confused and of course shocked. She tries to jump away from Naruto, but this is where Naruto kind of grabs her from the hand and says, wait, 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 wait. I'm not trying to hurt you. That's where, well, she's confused, but of course, where, well, Naruto just says, why would they call you a monster and a demon and other things? That's where, well, Izuribi doesn't really want to talk to Naruto, so she just says, don't know, I just need to walk past you. This is where, well, Naruto says, no, can't do. This is where, well, Naruto asks a little bit more, just trying to dig in. Because, from what he can see, is she looks just like a normal human. And of course, Naruto doesn't like humans at all, even though he's half human. But of course, well, she just says that she needs to go past Naruto. So she tries to excuse Naruto, and of course Naruto just grabs one of her kind of like bandages, and of course just rips through it. This is where Izuribi kind of shocked. She grabs her hand, but before kind of covering up, this is where Naruto grabs her arm and kind of pulls her closer to him. Naruto says, "No, you don't." This is where Naruto sees the scales, the green scales. Says, "Interesting, very interesting." This is where Izuribi kind of was about to slap Naruto, and Naruto dodges and says, "Whoa, calm down." Naruto says, "Am I hurting you? Am I?" And this is where Izuribi says, "No, but you're invading my privacy." This is where, well, she kind of became more stern and more angry at Naruto. Naruto says, "I guess you're right." This is where, well, before Naruto even notices, this is where like three sound ninjas appear. Well, not sound ninjas. Three of Kabuto's teammates, you know, those two teammates that were in the tuning exam. And also a scientist saying, "Izuribi, you're here. And who are you?" Naruto says, "Who am I? Don't know. I could be the fucking devil. All you gotta know." This is where, well, the scientist laughs and says, what a smart mouth you are. Whatever. Izuribi, you must come with us. We need you to sink more boats. Besides, we need all the money we can get. Now, come along. Izuribi was about to go until Naruto just pulled her towards him. Of course, right now, holding her tight and saying, "You're not going anywhere until we have a little chat." This is where Izuribi was shocked, and right now really too close to Naruto, and right now her face is red. She's actually like 5'6", while Naruto's 5'8". And this is where, well, Naruto like kind of puts her right, well, in front of her, in front of him, and of course kind of walk past her. This is where Naruto's walking towards the three of them. Right now, Naruto doesn't seem to actually care that much. And this is where, well, Naruto takes off his hood, and this is where he shows his grayish and red hair. This is where Naruto says, "I'm gonna fucking kill you humans. Using a girl like that as an experiment or something? What is she, a tool to you?" This is where, well, they say, "Of course she is. Now, let's see if you die." Let's see, not let's see if you die. They say, "It's time for you to die." This is where two of the sound ninjas rushes at Naruto. Naruto says, "Die?" Well, it's time to go into a form I mastered a while ago. Well, not master, semi-master. This is what Naruto goes into. He right now has like, mostly body around him, just goes into this form. It's like a Devil Trigger. I don't know why I say Dego. What the hell? I was about to mix Devil with Trigger, but yeah. But, of course, it's Double Trigger. It's like a Double Trigger form that he actually managed to kind of unlock. But yeah, one day. But yeah. Of course, this is where he says Double Trigger. Or semi-Double Trigger. This is where wings have spread behind him. And, of course, this is where, well, his legs are right now covered with lightning and even his hands. This is where, well, he now has two horns. Of course, it worked well. The color of, it's not brown color that he has. It's actually like a black color instead of being brown. So yeah, this worked well. Naruto looks at these people rushing towards him, and they're confused until their head is right now just taken off their body in an instant. This is where Izuribi is shocked, and this is where Naruto looks at the scientist, and the scientist says, "If I have to do it by myself, fine." He injects himself something and right now transforms into like that monster. Like, what's it called? It wouldn't be it would be like the water monster and all that, or the sea monster that Izuribi was fighting in that one episode, but yeah. Mostly Naruto. But of course, this is where he transforms into death and rushes at Naruto. Naruto says, "You're an insolent, pathetic fool. Now I should mention one thing. Naruto has 4 eyes in total right now in his face. Of course, this works. He activates the negative lightning and one eye actually transforms into that eye. And of course, he uses only about like 1% of that negative lightning to smash upon this water creature and destroying it, and just destroying the annihilation from existence. But yeah, just destroying it. But yeah. Sorry about that. But of course that happens, and of course this where Naruto is just looking from that place. He destroyed like a good chunk of the what's it called, like forest, and of course went out of his form, and then sees Izuribe kind of walking away. This is where Naruto didn't let her actually leave by kind of just putting both of his hands around her and saying, "Where the hell do you think you're going? We have lots of things to talk, don't we?" This is where Izuribe kind of goes confused, but we go into a time skip of Naruto talking to Izuribe in her house. Naruto finds out that Izuribe is kind of no longer human. She was experimented from a young age to become like the sea monster. Of course, Naruto is very interested in that, and of course, he's actually happy to actually find someone who's actually not human. Of course, he's semi not human for a while, but yeah. This is where Naruto grab her from the hand and says, "Then let's go. If you're not human, then why stay here? You should come along with me. I'm not human. I'm half the only human. But yeah, don't worry about that. I've just become slowly into a demon." So yeah. This is where Izuribe was shocked, but decided to go along with Naruto. So of course she had her own black cloak, and of course was going along with Hidan and Sylvan. Now of course Sylvan was like goddamn confused how Naruto can keep finding girls, but yeah, and actually being extremely friendly to them, but yeah. Hidan didn't really care that much. He was just happy for Naruto, but yeah. This is what Sylvan is actually thinking of also trying to find someone for himself to actually kind of go out, but yeah. But he doesn't know if he should or shouldn't because, he hasn't actually felt true love in like a while. He only felt like love from his adopted mother, but finding true love would kind of be difficult for him when he's kind of antisocial like that. But yeah. Of course, we go into Naruto and them kind of getting into the Mist Village. Of course, the Mist Village is right now booming with population. People are talking, they're not scared or anything. Ninjas are actually talking to civilians and even Kenkai users. Of course, there's just the village is booming, okay? This is where, Naruto's confused. He says, huh? This is where Hidan's also confused, huh? Sylvan is confused, huh? And Izuribe is kind of confused because when she was around here, she remembers going here once as a mission and she was also confused, huh? This is where, they're walking around, of course, with their hood still on, and of course, they are just confusedly confused. This is where, they keep walking around until, like, these guards say, "Halt! You cannot come any closer to, the Mizukage. Now, leave civilians before coming closer." This is where, they were about to just attack and all that. Because, first of all, Naruto doesn't give a shit. Neither does what's it called Sylvan, neither Hidan. Izuribe was kind of scared and actually attacking, but Naruto would just reassure her mostly, but yeah. But before actually them attacking, this is where, the guards got pushed away by Gojo, also known as Kakashi. Like, he pushes them away. And just like, he only uses his lightning sense. Like, his lightning sense actually managed to pick up Naruto. And thanks to him being trained by a lightning god, serpent, he was actually able to kind of easily sense Naruto. Even though Naruto's lightning chakra is a little bit different from now. It became more kind of demonic, but he didn't care. He did not care if it wasn't Naruto, if it was whatever. He pushes both of the guards out of the way, smashing them into pools, and of course, knocking them out. This is where Uncle walks out, also known as Boa. Yes, she kind of changed her name to being Boa. This was the Mizukage was confused. Of course, she was like on what's called like in her Kage Tower and all that. She was up there, and of course, she felt like Gojo did something again, stupid. Of course, having a headache, because Gojo has been doing some dumb stuff for a while. But yeah, of course, she never actually questioned it. But yeah, of course, this is where Uncle says, "Gojo, stop. well, she says, Gojo, God damn it, stop going after children that you think it's your cousin or nephew or whatever the hell it is. God damn it, it's been over a year. Why do you keep doing this? This is where, well, Gojo ignores, well, Uncle. And of course, this is where, well, Gojo kind of goes up to Naruto. And of course, kind of like pulls down his cloak and says, well, mostly Kakashi's looking around, saying, what's her name, kid? This is where, well, Naruto says, the fuck? It's Naruto. Naruto Joshing. This is where, well, Naruto has never seen this person because he hasn't seen the changes of, well, Kakashi becoming Gojo, but yeah. Or kind of looking like Gojo, somewhat. Semi. This is where, well, Gojo is right now having also a blindfold on his eyes because, well, you see here, Kakashi has managed to involve both of his eyes to become, well, the lightning Sharingan, but yeah. But that's what it's called. It's mostly called the internalist lightning Sharingan, but yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Kakashi says, interesting. Your name perhaps doesn't have like Uzumaki or Hatake? This is where, Naruto says, don't know who my parents were and I don't care. Only care about my real adopted parents mostly. Or mostly my mother for right now. This is where, well, Silver nods and all that. And this is where, well, Gojo kind of says, interesting. This is where Gojo did not want to talk about this and says, were you born perhaps in the Leaf Village before? This is where Naruto's face becomes kind of like dead for a second. And this is where, well, Silver was about to start activating his abilities. This is where, well, Hidan also, like Hidan was about to start using his scythe. And this is where, well, Izaribi doesn't know what's happening. Until, well, before they actually do anything, Naruto looks at, well, Gojo, well, mostly Kakashi, at this blindfold and says, who the fuck are you? Are you a Leaf Ninja? Naruto was about to, like, pull out his sword out of thin air. And of course, where, well, Kakashi says, I'm an ex-ninja from the Leaf Village. Just saying. This is where, well, Naruto says, why will you even ask me that? If you're an ex-ninja, why are you even looking for me? Naruto said it because, well, he doesn't care if the Leaf Village will try to get him because he will slaughter all of them. Kakashi then explains that he's looking for a kid named Naruto Uzumaki Hatake, his kind of nephew. Of course, where Naruto wanted his eyes because he never actually known that he had an uncle. Of course, where Gojo, also known as Kakashi, I should stop calling Gojo for a second, Kakashi, who is saying that he's looking for his nephew, his kind of older brother's like child. Of course, where, well, he explains like a lot of things and what happened between the Leaf Village and other things. What happened at the Leaf Village and why he's an ex kind of, well, ex-ninja slash also ex-noble because he was a Hatake. And the Hatake was kind of like noble status a little bit. Of course, well, the reason why he's there and in the Mist Village is because he explains a little bit and a lot. This is where, well, Naruto says, I see. So I'm guessing you're that person that I met at the, well, Wave Village, isn't I? So where, well, Gojo smiles and says, so you are that kid, Naruto. This is where, well, Kakashi didn't hesitate in hugging Naruto. This is where, well, Naruto's confused and never actually felt like he had any bloodline, like, actual relevance, or, well, not relevance, fuck's sakes. Any true family that he had. Like, he didn't know if he had any more, like, true family, like, not his adopted family, like Sylvan or what's it called, White, but just like actual blood, like true family. This is where, well, Gojo explains that his name is Kakashi Hatake, just Hatake. There's no Uzumaki, but of course he was a like brother of Minato Hatake. Of course, this is where Kakashi actually like brings Naruto and of course Sylvan, Hidan, and Izuribi into the tower, and of course just talking into an office, mostly a room that not Naruto, that Kakashi and Uncle has. Now of course Uncle's there just sitting down in her bed, and of course Naruto's being told by Kakashi a lot of things about, the Leaf Village, about who his parents were, about how they died. They died because of the Nine Tails. Why he wasn't told about him having an uncle, or either Kakashi telling that he had a nephew, because they were both lied to about them having family anymore. Of course, if he would have known he had family, he would have definitely protected Naruto, or even take Naruto out of the village, because he realized that, the village is a very scummy ass place. He talks about the Leaf Village is really, really dark and manipulated, just like the old man. Of course, this is where, he talks about Anko and who she is and all that. And this is where, Anko says, "Shut the fuck up, Kakashi, I swear to God, we've been living for a while, and you really just tell them about who I am? I'm gonna kill you." This is where, Kakashi says, "Go ahead, I don't care no more." This is where, Uncle glares at him, but yeah. Izuribi is kind of sitting next to Uncle, and of course, this is where Uncle kind of sees who Izuribi is, and realizes that she was also experimented by Orochimaru. So, of course, they start talking there, but yeah. Of course, this is where Sylvan and Hidan are overhearing this, or mostly hearing about this. Sylvan is, like, right next to, Naruto, of course, because he will not let anything happen to his little brother. Now, of course, Sylvan is actually younger than, Kakashi. Kakashi's actually the age of, So, Kakashi is actually, like, 26. And, of course, Uncle's also 26. This is where, he's actually 6, years apart from Sylvan, but yeah. Of course, Sylvan is 20, and, of course, Naruto's 12. So, of course, this is where Kakashi, he's smiling and, of course, like, laughing with Naruto. Well, not laughing, mostly just kind of happy to have Naruto, but yeah. Of course, this is where Sylvan says, "And how should I know this isn't a lie?" This is where Naruto says, "Oh, we can definitely talk about the lightning infinity between the Hokage. The Hokage has a very powerful lightning infinity, of course. Just like me and Naruto should be having powerful lightnings. Probably Naruto has a more powerful lightning thanks to probably the Uzumaki's genes to actually helping that. Or he probably has a water affinity that's strong. I don't actually know. But I am also a Hokage that's able to use lightning." That's where Kakashi, he kind of uses the lightnings that he has. He goes into a bluish color, then he goes into a lightish bluish color, then he goes into a purple color, then he goes into a black color, and then he would just try to use white lightning, but of course it's still difficult for him to use it. That's where Kakashi says, "I still can't actually use white lightning, just like my father, Sakamo Hatake. He was able to use the white lightning thing, and I still can't use white lightning." This is where Kakashi explains that his older brother was able to use a very goldenish lightning color, like this bright goldenish lightning color. That's why he was called the Yellow Flash. Of course, he says that he still can't use white lightning or even golden lightning like his brother, because his brother was a very famous user of using golden lightning. His father was a very famous user to using white lightning. And Kakashi, he says that he used to be called the copy ninja of over 1,000 jutsus, thanks to his Sharingan abilities. Well, thanks to the Sharingan he was given by a friend. But now that he uses more of his lightning, his eyes changes. This is where Kakashi lift up his headband, and of course he shows his Sharingan. Now, this is where so this is how Kakashi's eyes look like. It looks basically a mixture like Gojo's eyes with the lightning color of being like blue and purple, but yeah. Also, I didn't really make it that perfect, so probably on part 9 I'll definitely make it perfect, but yeah. But of course, this is what it semi kind of looks like, but yeah. Of course, that is right there for Kakashi's eyes. And of course, Naruto kind of activates his also eye, being a negative lightning. And this is where Kakashi says, "I see. It seems that you have a higher lightning infinity than I do. I don't even know what lightning that is." He's probably a stronger version than my older brother and even my father. Good to know that you have something like that, Naruto. Naruto is right now just shocked to believe that this is his uncle, and his uncle also has like eyes that are similar to his. Similar in quotation mark, because it's kind of not similar and similar at the same time, because they're also made with lightning. Naruto's eyes are very potent and powerful. Like, what it allows him to do is actually manage to control his negative lightning much better to a higher degree than not having them activate. But yeah, he mostly got these eyes after going in madness before. But yeah, but of course, well, both Kakashi and, well, Naruto are looking at each other, and this is where, well, Kakashi's just happy. Uncle and, well, what's it called? Izuribi are just giggling, but yeah, this is where, well, Kakashi for some reason just got annoyed because Uncle might have said something dumb about him, but yeah, this is where, well, Subin is just shocked to believe that this is, well, Naruto's uncle. He never actually thought that Naruto had any more, well, family member. And that's why he wanted to be like the older brother for Naruto. So, of course, he is kind of like seeing this. And, of course, he kind of grabs Naruto from like the waist and all that and just hugs him and says he's not going to be given back. This is where, well, Naruto's face becomes kind of like just shy and embarrassed and says, "Hey, big brother, what the hell are you doing?" This is where, well, Subin kind of glares at, well, Kakashi. Kakashi says, "I see, so I'm guessing you're like his adopted brother." Subin says, "Yeah, and he's mine, my brother." This is where, well, Kakashi says, "It's fine, I just wanted to see Naruto for the first time, or like a second time. I just wanted to talk to him. I wasn't even going to take him back to the Leaf Village." This is where, well, Naruto, he managed to use lightning to kind of phase out of, well, Subin's grasp, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto says, "Fuck off for a second." This is where, well, Subin says, "Whatever." This is where, well, Kakashi says, "But yeah, Naruto, that's all I wanted to tell you. So you are, well, the family bloodline of the Hokage and Uzumaki. You don't really gotta take the name of Hokage and Uzumaki. You can still stuck with your name of Joshiness, but yeah." Naruto says, "I see. So, my father was Minato Hatake, who was called the Yellow Flash. The golden yellow flash of the Leaf Village, wasn't he?" Kakashi says, "Yeah. And I wish my older brother actually knew how scummy of an old man that bastard was. Ah, damn it. And my mother was called the Red the Red Hot Harbeno? Or, fuck, I forgot how you say it. Of course, that's where Kakashi says, yeah. I see. No wonder I'm somewhat hot-tempered at the same time. This is where, well, Kakashi just smiles and says, yeah, I guess so. This is where, well, Kakashi says, but yeah, that's all I want to mention. This is where, well, Naruto kind of understands. And this is where, well, Naruto then asks for a fight between Kakashi and him. This is where Kakashi widens his eyes and says, why? This is where, well, Naruto wants to see how strong Kakashi is really at. This is where Kakashi says, fine. This is where, well, Kakashi pulls out a katana out of thin air. And of course, where Naruto also has his sword. And this is where, well, before they actually start fighting, Uncle says, oh no, you two don't. This is where, well, she decides to kind of reverse summon both of them by kind of reverse summoning Kakashi, and well, mostly Kakashi, Soben, Naruto, and even Hidan, Izuribi, and herself into the snake, well, serpent kind of domain. But yeah, it's mostly a domain that's like a sparring training surface at, but yeah, well, mostly a training spot for those who's actually training under serpents. But yeah, but with the original serpent, also known as Medusa, the goddess of, well, making people turn to stone, was there, and also the lightning serpent was there also, who was named Raijin. But yeah, of course, they were, well, they see, well, Naruto, Kakashi, Anko, Soben, Hidan, and even, well, Izuribi. Izuribi's confused and shocked to see giant snakes, and right now scared, and right now hiding behind Anko. Uncle says, don't worry about that. They won't eat you. This is where, well, Uncle then asks for Boa and Raijin for a little training spar between the two Hatake family. This is where, well, they nod, they're okay, but this is where they're confused about Hatake siblings, or not siblings, Hatake family. This is where, well, Uncle explains really fast that Kakashi managed to find his long lost, what's it called, nephew from his older brother's kind of family, but yeah. This is where, well, they're shocked to notice that Naruto is, well, he is the kind of nephew of Kakashi, which I want to see Naruto's skills because Naruto has also high infinity of lightning. This is what, well, they're seeing this in the sideline. Mostly Uncle is kind of standing far away, and this is where Sylvan and Hidan also standing far away, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto's right now there seeing Kakashi, and Kakashi's looking ahead. And this is where Kakashi right now has his blindfold off of him, right now showing off his eyes. And this is where, well, Naruto also show off his negative eyes, his, well, negative lightning eyes. This is where, well, they both run at each other, right now clashing with their swords. This is where, well, Kakashi has a sword called Susanoo. It's mostly the katana version. It hasn't shown off to be like the crackling real version of it. But of course, they're clashing with swords and hands, and of course, we're kicking at each other. This is where Kakashi tries to kick at Naruto in the head because he trusts Naruto to be actually able to dodge in attacks because they are extremely fast. Right now, going in lightning speed. Of course, this is where the serpent named Raijin can actually keep up with the speed. Sylvan can also keep up with the speed. This is where Hidan is confused and actually can't keep up with the speed. This is where he's like, I have a headache. He passes out. This is where, well, Isaribi is confused, and of course she's saying, those are just a bunch of flashy colors. Uncle can easily keep up, and this is where Medusa, she's trying to keep up, but this is where her head is being hurt, and of course she just looks away. This is where Raijin's like, meh. It seems that you couldn't really keep up. This is where Medusa says, shut up or I turn to stone. This is where, well, Raijin says, fine, fine. This is where, well, Naruto and Kakashi are going into blue lightning speed right now. And then going into, well, purple and red lightning. This is where Naruto goes into red lightning. And of course, this is where Kakashi goes into purple lightning. This is where they're clashing, but of course, this is where, well, their speed difference is a little bit different. But yeah, Kakashi's purple lightning form is actually a little bit faster than, well, Naruto's kind of red lightning, but Naruto's red lightning is, well, much more in stamina and agility and other things than dodging most of the time. But of course, speed is not the key, but yeah, for right now, because both of them are kind of similar level right now. This is where, well, Kakashi was actually outpacing Naruto for a second until Naruto went into purple lightning speed, and of course, they were just clashing each other, but yeah. I think of it like the kind of different colors of the Flash. That's how they're going. Mostly adding lightning to their feet, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto then just switches up by going into black lightning. This is where Kakashi goes also into black lightning, and of course they're just blitzing each other and kind of clashing with each other, but yeah. This is where Naruto goes into white lightning now by crackling into his sword and trying to slash at Kakashi. Kakashi uses his, well, Susanoo blade to right now go into white lightning also and clashes with the slash of Naruto's. This is where, well, they're right now fighting and clashing, and yeah. Of course, this is where, well, they both jump away from each other. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto has some cuts around his body and all that. But of course, are being healed by Kurama and his regeneration. And this is where, well, Kakashi also has some cuts on his body and just being healed by his own regeneration of being a Hatake. He's on Uzumaki, but he just fully Hatake. And this is where Kakashi is just healing himself thanks to the lightning, well, serpent ability, mostly from Raijin, who Raijin does heal him also. Because if, well, Kakashi is near the presence of Raijin will actually heal him, but yeah. This is where, oh, this is where, well, Kakashi says, let's see our final power, Naruto. Naruto says, fine. This is where, well, Naruto still has his negative lightning eyes activated. Of course, this is where he says, demon form. This is where, well, he doesn't go into double trigger, because that double trigger, it does help him into kind of using other types of lightning, but not negative lightning. But of course, this is where, well, he goes into having these kind of like demonic lightning horns. Of course, the lightning wings behind him, but they're all just negative lightning made out of construct mostly of that negative lightning. But yeah, I can't believe I can't speak. A lightning tail, and of course, wear a lightning claw for his hands and legs. Of course, his sword also kind of activates to kind of not activates, stays the similar same, but just crackling a bunch of negative lightning. But yeah, this is where Kakashi sees this, and of course, this is where Kakashi, his sword right now becomes the true perfect, mostly the true perfect Susanoo sword. But yeah, if you remember what that looks like. But yeah, of course, this is where it's not a katana. It's mostly like this actual great blade. But yeah, this is what Kakashi is having also Susanoo armor around him, like lightning crackling Susanoo armor around him. But this is what he's also became what's called having like sharp teeth like a snake for a second, like a serpent and all that. And of course having horns like a serpent of his. Well, mostly his serpent looks like to be like a dragon mostly, but yeah. But this is where he's right now having wings behind him also, like a dragon serpent, but yeah. This is where his hands also becomes claws, and this is where he says, "Bring it on, Naruto." This is where Naruto says, "Got it." This is where both of them rush at each other, and this is where, they decide to clash in the middle. Of course, this is where Kakashi is right now kind of crackling with blue and purple lightning together, and saying, "Susanoo Divine Slash." And this is where Naruto says, this is where he says, "Negative Lightning Divine Chaotic Slash." This is what both of their lightning strikes hit at each other, and a ball of this power is right now being clashing between both of them. Think of it like Whitebeard and Roger right now fighting in the middle. If you don't know that one scene, I hope you do. But it's that one scene where both, mostly Roger kind of like is right now in the sky, right now having mostly putting armor and hawking to his Naginata and swinging his blade down. While Roger's right now putting his blade into Armorman Hawking and swinging it towards Roger, or not Roger, mostly Whitebeard, and of course both of them just clash with power. That's what it looks like for Naruto and what's it called, Kakashi. Kakashi is the one kind of swinging his blade down while Naruto swinging his blade to the side. But yeah, this is where both of them are clashing. This is where Naruto says, "I won't give up." This is where Naruto's voice also will become deep and raspy, but yeah, it's mostly this man that's talking right now. But it's for mostly himself, his true self, talking, but it's mostly madness in his voice. This is what, both of their blades are right now clashing each other and not breaking or not even faltering or anything. And this is where, they're not even pushing each other back. Of course, this is where, they're kind of trying to push each other back, but of course they can't. Until, they both didn't notice it, but an explosion of power actually happened, of course, pushing both Kakashi and Naruto away. This is where, Naruto's, managed to put a negative lightning around him, so it didn't actually destroy his body that much. Mostly breaking off a part of the negative lightning off his body. Of course, he wasn't hurt much, but this is where Kakashi was on the ground. Right now, just having a slash through his, armor. Of course, he was bleeding a little bit, but of course being healed by Raijin, the serpent god. This is where, the lightning serpent god. This is where, he's being healed like that, and this is where Kakashi gets up and says, "Oh, my fucking chest. Good job, Naruto. You managed to almost hurt me so bad. Seems you're stronger than me." You truly are definitely my older brother's, what's it called, son mostly, but yeah. That's what Naruto says, "You didn't do bad yourself." This is what, the Raijin guy says, it's kind of decided, Kakashi. It seems that you're weaker than your nephew, which is kind of sad. Oh, screw off. Whatever. But I still pick you as my container and host. But yeah. That's what, Uncle says, after all that, at least we find a deciding factor that you're actually weaker than your nephew, Kakashi. Kakashi gets up, goes up to Uncle, and just shuts her up by just kind of kissing her. But yeah, this is where Uncle's face becomes red and actually pushes, Kakashi out of the way, of course making him bleed. And this is where Kakashi says, "Can you shut up? I'll kiss you again. It's where Uncle's face is right now, all in just like this like purplish color, but reddish at the same time. It's saying, "You idiot." This is where, well, Uncle's face is all red. She didn't actually manage to turn Kakashi into stone because it's truly just love. Yeah, Kakashi kind of already fallen for Uncle for a while, but yeah. Of course, Uncle doesn't know about this, but yeah. It's not lust, it's just love, but yeah. This is where, well, Uncle also has fallen for Kakashi, but she never did admit her feelings to Kakashi, but yeah. This is where Medusa say, "Ooh, interesting, love." This is where, oh, or I just laugh and say, but still, don't push my container. He's right now bleeding from the chest. Uncle says, "Well, you should have not done something stupid like that." This is where, Kakashi says, "How can I not do it when you're so damn adorable?" This is where Uncle says, "I'll kill you right now, Kakashi. Do you want me to murder you?" "Please don't. Maybe if you do, then how will we actually be able to have..." This is where, well, before Kakashi can say anything, he was about to get slapped by Uncle. This is where Kakashi dodges and says, "Wait. Let's talk about this." This is where Uncle says, "Let's not talk about this." This is where, it's a review was just shocked, and actually kind of right now just saying, "Oh, that's so cute." But yeah. Of course, where Naruto's confused, but yeah, this is where, well, before he even says anything, Superman puts metal into his eyes, mostly like this. Metal, physical metal, just to cover up his eyes, but yeah. This is where Naruto says, "I'm not a little kid, what is happening? What the hell?" This is where, well, Superman says, "Don't worry about that, Naruto. You will learn about that when you become older," but yeah. That's where, well, we go into a time skip of back into the Mist Village. Of course, where, well, Kakashi has a plan and was talking to Naruto about destroying the, well, Leaf Village together. Or having an army or somewhat. This is where, well, Kakashi talks about that he wants to rebuild himself to the Mist Village about kind of wanting to destroy the Leaf Village. This is where, well, that's why he's trying to rebuild the Mist Village into a great power source to kind of help him out to fight the Leaf Village. Naruto thinks about this and says that would be a true good thing to do. That would be a good thing to do, yeah. This is where, well, Naruto says that he might need to train also a little bit to become stronger because even though he might be at, well, negative lightning power, he still is too unstable to actually control this power. He only controls like 50%. Kakashi says, "I just got my ass kicked by 15%. Damn it." That's where Uncle says, "Don't short yourself too out. You're also too unstable with your own lightning powers." This is where Naruto kind of asks, "Huh?" Kakashi kind of laughs and says, "Yeah, I was also trying to not explode myself when using that lightning armor. You see here, I had to, well, I can't actually control 4%. I can only control like 20%. This is where Naruto's like is shocked, but yeah. Of course, this is where, oh, Kakashi and Naruto are just talking, but yeah. Sylvan also needs to train for himself because he wants to destroy the Leaf Village also. Hidan hears about this and he needs to just train himself, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto talks about maybe the Joshiness, like the code Joshiness, might help us. He doesn't know if the code will actually help, but this is where Hidan says, "Don't worry about that, Naruto. I got this." This is where, well, Hidan does explain that he actually does kind of have a leadership on the other Joshiness cult. Because even though Hidan doesn't look like a leader to the Joshin cult, he actually is. If what's called, none of like the young prince or even Joshin himself are out in the overworld, Hidan's actually supposed to command, well, the Joshin cult if they were ever needed to go into a war with some other cult. But yeah. So of course, Joshin's kind of like somewhat the semi-leader of what's called the cult. But yeah. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto says, "Wait, really? Is that even a thing?" This is where someone says, "Yeah, that's supposed to be a thing. Even though I never was out here in this world, and this is the first time meeting Hidan, White has explained this, and even Joshin, to me, if I ever go out here in this world." So yeah, it's the first time in, I should say, 4 years since I've been out here. This is where, oh, Naruto says, "Right, I forgot that you were adopted when you were 16. Yeah, it's been a while. Pretty much a while, yeah. This is where, Naruto says, "Well, at least you're fine in the new overworld, aren't you, big brother Silman?" This is where Silman says, "I still hate the sun. Ugh." probably like this place much better. I fucking hate the sun. God, the sun is burning my eyes most of the time. It's what? Well, Sylvan, well, mostly Naruto likes to Sylvan, but yeah. Of course, it worked. Well, Kakashi says to Naruto, and how long will he actually be able to stay in here in the overworld, or will he need to go back to the underworld? Because, well, Naruto has explained that he's mostly living in the underworld, mostly hell most of the time. But yeah, of course, it worked. Well, Kakashi was fine with that. He doesn't really mind if Naruto can find, like, true family, then he will be fine in wherever he lives. But yeah, of course, it worked. Well, Naruto explains that he can stay in this overworld any time of year, but he mostly likes the underworld. But yeah, this is where, well, Kakashi understand and nodded, and this is where he then asked if maybe the other forbidden clans, because he did kind of got told about the forbidden clans in the underworld, will be able to help destroy, well, the Leaf Village. Naruto then thinks about this and says, Sylvan? This is where Sylvan says, I don't fucking know if they can go to the overworld. I don't think so, because they were born there in the beginning. I don't actually know if they can actually come here, because we're only half demons. Since we've been there for a couple of years, we're only halflings. They are fully demons, or actually were born there. We're only halflings, Naruto. I don't actually know if they can come here. This is where, this is where, well, Kakashi is. Do they have some kind of code or something? Hidan kind of says yes, somewhat. He does know about the different cults about the Forbiddens. Of course, they're like, think of it like gang members and all that. Yeah, similar to that. And of course, Hidan does explain that he knows about some of those clans, or, well, some of those cult clans. But of course, they're in different countries, and they don't mostly explore outside their own country. But yeah, that's where Hidan actually came across some of those. And of course, since, well, their cult clans, mostly the clans themselves from the underworld, has an alliance from each other, they don't actually attack each other. So yeah, that's the only reason why they don't attack each other. Because, well, the Joshinanes might be superior to them, mostly the cult and all that, because of their clan and all that, and they respect their kind of like upper, or not upper, mostly their upper leaders, like their clan, the ones that for they actually worship, mostly like the Joker or like the other clans. So yeah, of course I respect those wishes of those clans of seeing the Joshinanes cult other as a respectful ally in each other. But yeah. So yeah, that's the only reason why they have an alliance with each other. But yeah, not truly an alliance, but like a treaty with each other, not attacking each other. But yeah, that's where Naruto then thinks that maybe he can get the other, like, clans, forbidden clans, to talk to their cults, to maybe helping them in destroying this Leaf Village. Because they need a lot of power to destroy the Leaf Village. They realize this. It's not just Naruto and Kakashi can just walk up in there and right now activate their armor. They're still unstable with their armor and power to actually activate that shit. So of course Naruto's thinking about it, but yeah. This is what, well, Kakashi is thinking about it, but yeah. This is what, well, they're kind of just talking, but yeah. Of course, this is what, well, this is where Kakashi remembers about like a couple of months ago about the Leaf Village kind of getting an attack, or well, not Kakashi himself, it was Hidan. He did kind of get information from somewhere about the Leaf Village got attacked during the tuning exams about, what's it called, the sound, the kind of sand, and even what's it called, the stone. Evasion, of course, the Leaf Village managed to evade, well, kind of push them away. The third Hokage was not killed semi, it wasn't, he was cut down from one arm thanks to his old previous successor named Mochimaru. But yeah, Kakashi says, damn, I should have been there just to cut his fucking head off, damn it. Hidan says, yeah, I would have gone there also, but I didn't went there because I went to go hunt down someone else. But yeah, this is where Naruto says, how weak is their power? Hidan says, I do not know actually entirely how weak their power are. Sorry about that, Naruto. Naruto says, no, it's fine. We just gotta figure out the information how weak their power be at, because, well, first of all, they don't have the nine tails because that's me. That's where Naruto said it happily cheerful tone. And of course, Kakashi nodded, and that's good. But there's one problem. There's some people like in the root and all that, like root Abu place. Like he talks about Yamato, who has wood style. Of course, being able to not be as strong as the first Hokage, but just semi. And then he talks about the Uchihas, or mostly Uchiha, not Uchihas, like Sasuke, that Naruto should have killed in the beginning, but he didn't kill him, but whatever. Of course, where Naruto says, yeah, because you protected him. I guess you're right. This is where, well, he talks about other clans, but yeah. This is where, well, Naruto says, I see, I understand. But I should, I don't know when we should attack. We still need to know the power of the Leaf Village. Who else will be powerful in the Leaf Village? This is where Kakashi explains about Jiraiya, the legendary Sannin. Well, there's three legendary Sannins. There's Orochimaru, who's rogue. There's Jiraiya, who's mostly connected to the village, but not that connected. He doesn't know how connected Jiraiya is, because Jiraiya was actually like the trainer and kind of like mentor towards his older brother, well, what's it called, Minato? And he doesn't know, well, he does know that Jiraiya was very connected towards, well, Minato, like a father figure and all that, as they're talking about death and all that. But of course, well, Jiraiya doesn't, well, Kakashi doesn't know if Jiraiya hates the Leaf Village for the fact that his, well, older brother died and his, what's it called, well, mother, kind of, well, Naruto's mother death, and also Naruto being gone, and also him being gone, so he doesn't know how hatred he hates the Leaf Village. And then there's Tsunade, and since Tsunade was kind of related to Kushina, he doesn't actually know if she will actually be willing to help the Leaf Village, because she's been in a drunken stupor for a while, for the fact that she doesn't want to help anyone. She just wants to drown her feelings away and other things like that. And so, well, also, I should mention one thing before I keep going. If you can hear that train, that motherfucking train noise, yes, that's a thing. I kind of live next, or kind of like a couple of feet or mile away from a fucking train. So I'm sorry if you can hear that train, but it's just quite annoying. Finally, it shuts up after me complaining and rambling. But let me go back into what if. This one, well, Kakashi just explains those Sonnins. Of course, then there's that Sannin named the Pedo Snake, because he liked to call it that. Uncle kind of snickers and just laughs a little bit, but yeah. This is what, well, Naruto says, I see. Destroying the Leaf Village would be good. What about the other villages? This is where, well, since Kakashi says the other villages, like the Sand Village, the Stone Village, and even what's it called, the Cloud Village. The Cloud Village would be the second strongest towards the Leaf Village. Third strongest would be kind of the Stone Village. Fourth strongest would be the Sand Village. And fifth strongest would be this village. Since of the war, the turmoil war that they had. Mostly the Flood of the Mist or whatever. This is where, oh, Naruto understands now. So of course this village won't be strong enough to kind of take out the Leaf Village. So the best way to do this is to get alliance and other people. Of course, kind of avoiding some of the Sannin's notifications. Seeing the what's called alliance. He only says this because he doesn't know if Jiraiya is on their side or not on their side, or just in between and doesn't really care. But yeah. But we go into a, well, we'll see a kind of previous time skip before them talking. We go into Jiraiya. Jiraiya has been in Mount Mayaboku and has been around small villages just to kind of flirt with some women and all that, drink some stuff, being similar like Tsunade, just more depressed because first of all, fucking Harusen lost his not grandson, his like godson, who he saw Naruto and all that, lost him, and realized that the kid, what's it called, is unable to kind of, be trained by him. Of course, he saw Minato as like a mostly like a son. Saw his brother, Kakashi, like a younger son. But yeah, but of course, not just since Horusen lost what was it called, Naruto, but also the fact that Kakashi went rogue. He doesn't know why, and just confusement. But of course, he didn't want to help the invasion of Konoha, so Konoha's pretty damn hurt. So of course, he doesn't even care finding Tsunade. But yeah. But of course, since that happening, Jiraiya just doesn't care most of the time. But yeah. That's where Mount Mayoboku doesn't really need a help to Leaf Village, because since they're mostly their host, or not host, mostly they're kind of like contractor. Jiraiya doesn't want to help the Leaf Village. They don't really need to help the Leaf Village most of the time. But yeah. Now of course, well, the Leaf Village is really extremely in turmoil, but of course trying to keep up their power, keep up their army, and making sure that they keep being the strongest. So yeah. Hiruzen has to become the Hokage still, because he can't get Tsunade to be the successor, or even Jiraiya. So of course he's trying to keep himself and being the Hokage. Of course there's his traitorous kind of like business partner named Danzo. He knows that Danzo will one day try to backstab him, but whatever. But of course it's keeping the root Anbus alive. So of course this is where, well, Danzo does manage to take under the wing of, well, Sasuke, by kind of grabbing him before, well, he goes rogue or whatever, and kind of trains him to become the true, well, protector of the Leaf Village. But yeah, of course, where we go into Naruto. Naruto, he understands this, and of course, where, well, he talks to, well, Kakashi, and does tell him that maybe in a few years he will see Kakashi and improvements and other things. So of course, where, well, they make a portal mostly in the outskirts of the Mist Village. Of course, where Kakashi kind of says it, mostly in the cave, they kind of made a kind of portal and all that, so they can actually teleport from the kind of forbidden clans towards the real, mostly the immortal world. But yeah. Of course, where, well, Naruto says that he would train for, well, he is 13 right now, so he would train for 4 years and come back later, and after those 4 years, to kind of see how strong his uncle has become, and, well, just to see himself also how strong he becomes, and also see the alliance and other things. This is where, well, Naruto goes back to the underworld of the clans, and of course, where, well, he does talk with the other clan heirs, for those heirs who actually talk to their like parents and all that, about a war in the mortal world to kind of help out. Now, of course, where, well, the children actually can't go out because they were born in what's it called, the kind of, well, underworld. So of course they're not mostly human, but yeah. But of course, where, well, Naruto then thinks about it. Who's the most powerful demon right now in the underworld? And that is, other than that, Lucifer. But he is not strong enough to kind of talk to him, because Lucifer would try to force him again. So Naruto instead decides to train for 4 years. But he trains in secret, like a secret room far away from what's called Soben and the others, or anyone not noticing this. The only person that actually knows about his whereabouts, Naruto's whereabouts, is his mother, because he does tell his mother everything. This is where, well, Sayana does understand and does wish Naruto good luck. Which we go into a 4-year time skip. Naruto is now coming out of that room. Naruto is, well, looking like a total badass. His hair is much more longer. His hair actually reaches up to his kind of like near his shoulders a little bit. But yeah, of course, it's like silver, like dark gray silver with crimson red hair on his like head and all that. Of course, this is where, well, his eyes, his negative aversion eyes and all that, mostly the cross white eyes and all that, has become much more powerful. And he's able to use much more power of negative lightning. Of course, this is where, well, his clothing has become like black, but instead of being red like this, it's like lightning blue and all that. But yeah, it's like colors of lightning and all that. And of course, Naruto has a sword like behind him. Well, not behind him most of the time, But of course, where well, Naruto's just out, and of course, where well, Naruto kind of just visits his like family. But yeah, of course, where well, we go into Naruto. Well, not it's not 4 years. He didn't turn 4 years, like 5 ish. Well, not five, like yeah, 4 years because he was 13. So if he was 13, Subin and well, what's it called? Subin and White would be kind of like 17 and 21. But it's been 4 years now, and Naruto's 17. Subin is well, mostly White is the age of. Okay, so what's it called? Naruto's 17. White is the age of 21, and Subin's the age of 25. So of course they all kind of like became bigger and all that. Of course, Naruto's a height of being like 6'4" and all that. White is actually the height of being like 6'9", or not Sylvan, mostly White, and Sylvan's the height of like 7'1". But yeah, it's weird. Well, they all became older and taller and all that, and of course, well, they're all much stronger. Naruto visits his mother named Sayana, and even realizes that Sayana is next to Joshi. But yeah, he doesn't know what really happened. But of course, he's been isolated for a while, but has trained and became bigger. But yeah. But of course, for right now, I'm going to leave it off here for, well, part 6 of this what if, or not part 6, part 7, not part 7, oh my fucking god, part 8 of this what if. Part 9 might be the end of, well, this what if. Yes, this will be the end of, well, this part, but part 9 will definitely be the end. But other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato day, potato, and good night, bye.